While Merv and Squizzy were at Budgebim, I was right next door at Suffoir Winery, Brewery and Distillery. I know, shock horror, right?
Suffoir Winery, Brewery and Distillery is exactly what it says in the name. You'll get to taste our wine from our single vineyard. You'll get to taste our beer, named after our 3 alpacas on the property. And then we've just launched our gin and our brandy range as well.
Probably about 13 years ago, we just really wanted a lifestyle property. So we purchased this. It happened to have vines on. It happened to have a shed. So that was the beginnings in 2012. We started playing around with winemaking in 2013, launched the cellar door in 2015, and it's really just been growing since then.
The name Suffoir comes from the combination of the Suffolk sheep on the property and the Pinot Noir vineyards. These two are absolute animal lovers.
All our products are inspired by the animals on the property. We basically have 3 alpacas on the property and we've named our beers after them. Then we've got a cider made with Portland apples not too far from here. Our dogs feature on the cider. And the gin is a little bit of everything. You'll see all the animals on the labels that are part of us. The emu has just become part of the family as well, so we'll have to find a product that fits him.
Well, see, this one's named after me too, the black sheep.
If you start with our Pinot Noir, it's really just our 2.5 acres of vines here that we use, and that doesn't leave the property until it leaves it in a customer's car. So everything made on site. With our beer, we really try and focus on Victorian products where we can. The cider is local apples from Portland. Again, with our gin range, really we try and get as many of the botanicals from our own property.
Got a bit of everything going on out here. We could have stayed inside the bar, but we wouldn't have the emu to join us, would we? Peter, beer. Do we kick off there?
Yes, so the beer is a perfect place to start. The first beer on the paddle is our Citra Pale Ale. So this is probably our best seller. The second one is our Hazy Indian Pale Ale. Third one is our Stout.
The beginning of the journey, as they say. Ooh. That's good. I'm going to jump into this, you know what, because
it's dry.
I reckon you could knock a few of these back and the missus would think you were just having a water. There you go, boys, good idea. Oh, it's very easy going too, isn't it? Why don't you find a kangaroo and see if you can outrun him like in the song?
Oh, he's here.
Or a dog to fight with, whatever you want. I mean, if you're a baby emu, why wouldn't you go a dog? I got $20 on the emu. He wasn't mucking around.
So we've got a few different gins on tasting today. We're starting off with the wild cherry gin, then move on to more rooibos gin. The rooibos gin is inspired by our South African heritage. There's at least 13 botanicals in the native gin, including finger lime. And this is actually paying homage to the heritage listing that is given to Budgebim National Park, just next door.
I've got to give this brandy a go. It's something that we don't drink all that often, isn't it? I could drink that often.
We call it the black sheep because brandy is really not a well-known distillate in Australia. So we have made that specifically with our Pinot Noir grapes and then put it on French oak. So the French oak just gives a bit of a drier note.
You are going to have a cracking day no matter when you come here, but if you want something extra special, why don't you time your visit for their music festival, Music in the Vines.